So kinky.
Test.
I got you over here.
Yep. It was cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, my left ear's going in and out, but
I'm good. No, but yeah, I didn't
We'll get sued.
I'm sorry, what was it? We'll get sued. YouTube is going to turn us off. You can see it on the table from here.
All right, goddamn it. I turned it over. Jesus Christ. We were in enough trouble. Nobody offended Kardashian tonight, please.
I'm not in any trouble. You guys just informed me, so I'm fucking...
Shut up. Don't fucking... What the fuck is wrong with you? I just flew the plane. I didn't know it was full of coke. You know? Like, you said it out. All right. See you on the 2nd.
I'll be there.
Court date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get some new clothes.
We kind of came down here a little early.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the clock.
I thought this would take longer.
We should go.
It was 7:53.
Yeah, we're good.
It was 7:55. Just enough time to get everything up and running if I'm on the ball.
That's right. So, you know.
I think I'm on the ball. How does that look? Is everybody in the picture?
Yeah. You got it. All 4 of us there. Looks good.
You look.
It's not below your waist. It's got to be below.
I don't care. Yeah. I don't know the rules.
Do you know the Sply game? You know that?
Yeah.
Rules, Joe.
I like looking just so I can hit them back. That's not how it works. You punched me. This is how this works.
This is the life game.
Yeah,
you punch me, I'm punching you back. I don't give a fuck. Yep.
How long did that take? Oh, wow. The setup didn't take that long at all.
Yeah.
Punch buggy. I fucking hated that shit. When you're driving down the road, I'm driving and somebody's punching you. Punch buggy blue. I would just be like, mile marker.
Remember the doorknob?
Yeah.
That was, I got like basically beat into that where it was just like, they're like, whoever would fart and he'd say doorknob. But they would do it, and I would like, and they're like, doorknob. I was like, what the fuck? And then, just shit kicked out of me. And then, you gotta touch a doorknob. It was bad. I got.
We got to work on getting a new intro. It's time. It is time. Welcome to the show, folks. This is Pipedream on the Comedypipe Radio Network. My friends call me 3D. Please stay tuned for the next hour for the potentially most interactive comedy radio show on the planet.
We should ask Mike to make us another theme song if he would be willing to do that.
I'm sure he
would. It did say on an invite.
I don't want to
I saw
him as the theme song artist.
He was going this morning, by the way. I'm pretty sure.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I was like, excited.
Interesting.
I should have texted him. But.
Anywho, interact with the show. Skype us at Comedypipe, all one word. Go on comedypipe.com. Watch the show if you're listening on the audio stream. You can watch and interact. I'm in the YouTube chat room. I think sometimes it doesn't broadcast. I've written hi. Tell me if you see hi. What else? We got the Twitter. Comedypipe. Everything is Comedypipe, folks. Just Google it. Interact with us.
That's all.
Jefferson is here.
Hello.
Joe Green is here.
Hey.
And welcome back, Mr. Tommy Mcguire. How are you?
Great, gentlemen. How are you?
We're doing good. How's life been, man? This was
pretty good, man.
I was kind of happy. You reached out. I was
like,
hey, there's a name I haven't seen.
Well, I was waiting by the phone all these months and nothing, so I figured I'd be proactive and go ahead and book myself.
Damn right.
Flexed online a little bit and gave you a little or else, but
cool.
Things are good, man.
I liked it.
I'm in a better place now, than I was last time I was here.
I didn't know you were in a bad place, but it's good to hear you're not in a bad place now.
I'm pretty sure I was living at my parents' house. So,
okay, all right.
That's a step up.
So you've done some adulting.
Yeah. I hate that word, but I'm acting my age more now. Yeah,
that's unfortunately adulting. Welcome to the real world.
Yeah, now instead of
mature, we say adulting.
Yeah.
We're raping in our language and just watching everybody around doing it. Like, it's so cool that things don't mean what they mean anymore.
Yeah, it's
really fucking horrible.
Instead of not bringing girls back to my parents' house, I get to not bring them back home to my actual apartment. So it's
cool.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
It's an upgrade in some way.
Yeah,
in some way. So it's been an exciting day for Joe and I. We've made it out alive.
Let's talk about it.
No, I don't know that we're really going to talk about it. No, we really can't. We can make
bring it up.
We can make vague references.
I can be direct.
Sure.
Don't mind.
Yeah,
but
you're not
it's
mentioned
it
yet.
was we go on to fight another day is all.
Yeah, August 2nd.
There you go. It's
Got some litigation going on. All right.
litigation of the century. Yeah. It's,
Of the century. I like
My
it.
next dog,
century.
I'm going to name my next dog. I want a little dog that can fit in a kayak or something. I can take it with me everywhere. Liddy. You know what I mean? Liddy.
the
Liddy.
litigator.
Yeah, Litigate.
OJ, eat your heart out.
Make sure to check
OJ,
out.
Fuck that.
Make sure to check out Dave Canyon's podcast, Dumbing It Down with Dave. The fastest podcast on earth. Going to and from work, telling you life how it ought to be. Email him at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com.
Yes.
That's a lot of dumbing it down.
Yeah.
A lot of D's.
I think I got that out clean,
that was good.
which is very weird because
I hope nobody hears the word dumb and decides to sue him.
No,
Dun-dun.
some kind of asshole.
vague references are
Is dumbing it
Are
down with
acceptable.
Dave like a shout out to Mike 3D or no?
No, that's his
no,
podcast.
no, that's his own
That's his
podcast.
podcast.
That's what
Okay.
he chose to call it.
Okay.
We're
Um,
promoting
so it's
another
got-
show.
but
Yeah.
he's a very good friend. We do some cross promotion.
Oh, good.
He's got a very interesting take on life, and most of the time I do agree.
All right.
So
Yes.
it is.
He's nuts, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah. Fantastic. He's not nuts.
I know.
I see you guys got
He's just
a new
angry.
sponsor.
Let's say guns and ammo.
All right. Well, that's
Get
not
all
pointed
your-
at me, but
No, we like to say it's pointed at Joe.
We what? When did we start liking to say that? Shit.
I think that happened about 3 minutes after the show. We put that up is when
Yeah.
that kind of started. You
Yep.
noticed
Yeah.
that?
All right.
I think Jefferson saw it in the YouTube behind me.
It was,
monitor.
yeah, you can't really see it anymore.
And just, yeah, that's. I did shift the table over a little bit so it wasn't quite pointing at your head. So no, I tried a little bit for you.
oh.
Just get a contact wound.
Yeah,
Just a warning
just a
shot.
flesh wound. Yeah.
Just a bend from the muzzle. You'll be fine.
Miss a little brain. Won't
That's
hurt you. Won't
Not
hurt
like
ya.
you had any in the first place.
So adulting. No girls coming to the apartment.
I hang out with girls 28 and younger, and wow, that sounds awesome. Hang out with a girl 28 or younger, and when you're 36, and it's apples and oranges. It's not like they're dumb.
Yeah.
It's not that they're dumb. They're just like, oh no, you're going through being 28
Yeah.
or you're 23 or whatever. It's like,
There's a lot that's happened in between those fucking two
that's all.
ages.
You're living that experience. And,
I know what you're saying.
I've been there.
I know what you're
and,
saying.
I'm not saying like fucking
Yeah.
younger. I'm like, oh no, you're just
Just got
Yeah.
nothing in common.
yeah. I'm like, I got 10 years on you.
I experience that at work when they hire someone that's like 12 years younger than I am,
Yeah.
and I have to train them. And there is no.
There's a major gap in
there is
technology.
such
It's
a-
like there's flip phone, and then there's like
It's not so much a gap in technology. There is. It really comes down to pop culture type things.
Sure.
Like they were all Pokemon.
with conversation and stuff.
Yeah,
But
like,
there is
there-
definitely this area where like a friend of mine has his kids and taken them somewhere. And how do you open the windows? I was driving my father's car. How do you open the windows? This is you turn the handle there. And he put his hand on the little hand and he turned the knob.
Yeah.
He'd never been in a car with
Yeah.
crank windows
Holy
before.
shit.
Because
Yeah.
they don't exist anymore. They're
Exactly.
not produced anymore.
It's like
That's true, yeah.
it's like, oh, that's a
Shit.
phone. No, it's not.
Yeah.
That is a cord and shit.
Yeah.
You know, there is this. It used to be
Yeah.
like generation. Now the generation gap, where like the technology, like you're saying, information, whatever stuff, pop culture. It's the generate. It's so tight now.
Yeah, everyone's
Like
kind
buggy
of got
whips,
a smartphone.
Buggy whips took a while to go away.
What?
what?
Horses.
How old
Oh,
are
there
you?
you go.
Yeah, like horses, like the car, the horse. It went on for a while. This is like all of a sudden smartphones came out and everybody went, yeah.
It's not a technology based thing, but we got a new guy at work today, and I'm kind of training him today. I've been like the foreman all week. It's been fun, but he's 19 and he's from Brooklyn, so he's never really worked with hand tools with that. But he's a great worker. Anyways, we're sweeping up, and he's like, it's a push broom. He's like, hey yo, like this. And there's only one way you can do it wrong. And he was doing it wrong. I was like, no, man, just flip it around so the bristles are on. I love it.
Oh,
All right, but he is a hard worker. He just hasn't, and whatever. And he's like, I tell him to ask all the questions you can, even if you feel dumb, because we're with power tools.
So
I'm
you said
like,
19.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask this question in the least racist way
Oh, he's a black person.
I can. Well, see, I know.
no, that's it. That's
No,
it.
see,
now
I
move
was-
on. Now that's it. The guy
I said
that part of the
Brooklyn, so
conversation.
I figured that was
is
important.
done.
I was
inferred.
going to.
I think it's
say,
great that he had it upside down and he was like, no, the bristles down.
Yeah.
like Patience, the teacher, like
Yeah.
a
Of
samurai.
course, yeah.
Like, no, you want to hit it with the blade, not the handle.
Yeah,
See,
You're
all
holding it
I was
backwards.
going to say was foreign.
For it.
Just to
No, he did the
include
perfect
anybody, but
impression.
he answered
Yeah.
exactly.
It was
Well,
a
when I found out my new coworker's name was Yusef, I was like, all right, cool. And wasn't the kind of Yusef I thought it was. But but he's actually first generation Sudanese. His parents were from Africa and all. He's a good kid.
Okay.
He's a hard worker. Not like
Yeah.
I
Not
think
the not the Yusuf you were thinking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can. Yeah.
like my people.
Imagine.
But,
Why did you leave the Sudan? You are dumb.
Well, I think you'll find with especially first generation kids, like, you know, I could have typecast them as a young, you know, going to be not into hard labor type kid and all that, but like he's first generation. His parents, you know, work they're at. You know what I mean? There's like a different work ethic. And like you were born in America, you lucky son of a bitch. You're not going to be like this lazy dumb kid. You know what I mean? He's got like a real
So when he turned the
ethic.
room over,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
did he?
He figured it right out.
He
Yeah.
got it, and it was
Yeah.
just like, and it was like, okay.
You should have seen him with
He
the
was
fucking
sweeping like a
framing gun the
motherfucker.
first time. Holy
Well, that's
shit.
what I'm saying. Like, you know, like that's what I mean. Like somebody could be like 19, they don't know how to do something. You'd be like, no, you turn it over, and then they do it. And you go, okay, you taught them something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
No, he's been great.
They're
He's
not
a
like,
great kid.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
But
No,
don't
it's good.
put a
It's
power
a very
tool in
good
his
thing.
hand and just say go at it.
Well, my boss did that.
Oh.
He gave him the framing gun, because my boss. I mean, again. Oh yeah, and the kid's a strong kid. You know, he's whatever. And even I, when I first started using the framing gun or bigger nail guns, like I was just like, oof, okay, don't.
It's got
kill
a
yourself.
little kick.
And he was really nervous, just up there, and it's just indoor, whatever. And just like bang, just like he like stepped down off the step ladder, just like, yeah, I wasn't ready for that. And I was like, yeah, it's good, man. You're fine. Just take your time. Be safe. Safety or safe, not sorry. But yeah, he's a great kid. I think he's gonna work out. Hopefully.
Right.
Mel Gibson.
Well, then I taught him how you can tie a rubber band on the safety thing and just like shoot him into the woods. But don't tell the boss that.
He's not
Inside the
listening,
bush.
right?
No. A podcast? What's that? You old?
All right.
Let's write
On the
chat room
radio,
again.
what channel?
See if anybody answers.
What's this?
It is weird when someone says to you, "What's a
Chat room.
podcast?" You ever tell someone
Yeah.
you do this and they go, "What a podcast? What?"
That's what I mean. Like the generation gap has gotten
I
so
don't
tight.
know.
Like it's not. It's like 33 to 36. It's like, oh, you still play Grand Theft Auto 4? Well, yeah. I'm 43.
Grand Theft Auto 5 I on Steam has gotten the most worst reviews of any game ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Steam is when you watch people play it, right?
No, Steam is a game distribution.
I got you.
program.
You're thinking of Twitch.
Twitch. There you go.
I did do my first Twitch streams
Did you do a
yesterday.
broadcast?
I did do a
What were you
broadcast. Saved them.
broadcasting?
Player Underground or Player Unknown's Battleground.
I don't know what that is.
It's a survival. Everybody, 100 people get dropped out of a plane, and you are land on a big island dish,
That sounds
and
sick.
you have to loot buildings to get guns.
Anybody
Oh,
watch
I
it?
love looting.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
you mentioned looting last week, and we didn't
I
get
just-
into
In
the
your
looting
case, the
part.
news would call it foraging or not foraging.
Yeah. It's you don't forge. There's just shit on the ground. You pick it up. Now you have an M16.
Yeah.
And then you get a scope, and then you try to. So, but it's battle royale.
I don't know.
So-
Looting an M16 is a little modern. I'm more of a romantic with looting. Like,
There's revolvers.
I'm gonna pry this gem out of the eye
There-
of this thing
there
with
is
my
a-
knife.
yeah,
And-
yeah.
yeah, if I found an M16, I'd be like, don't touch it.
No, there are
It's
frying
way
pans.
too recent.
There are frying pans, and you can block a headshot with a frying pan.
That's
Which
not
I found
realistic.
kind
That's
of
not
interesting.
realistic at all.
But can you?
Yeah, like from far distance, yeah.
So I should
You
add a
take
frying pan
damage.
to my
You
bug
take
out bag.
damage, but you don't
Yeah.
die. Yeah,
Not
so always
even
bring a
one of
frying
those
pan.
cast iron ones, right? That one? No?
Just duck.
Have you played
And
the?
If you have the time to hold up a frying pan, you can get out of the way.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here it goes. Hold up a frying pan. We
Yeah,
can
but you're
move.
when you're just running and you stop occasionally, and it just that's kind of where it stops,
Oh.
and then somebody hits a shot. So it's a time and luck thing.
So in video game land, like just holding this is covering your entire body.
just the
It's a force
face,
field.
just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
face,
Yeah.
But you're trying for the headshot. So that's. But what game we were?
The Friday the 13th, man. That's the first like
I heard it was pretty
big
bad.
multiplayer game that seems really cool to me. Like I'm very
Saw it.
Can you be like a camper or Michael Myers or
yeah.
something?
No, the whole thing is like you're say 10, 12 campers, and Michael Myers. One person is Michael Myers, just trying to kill him. And you have to find the bat, you have to find the car, you have to find gasoline, you have to do all these different like cool things like from the movies.
And Michael Myers really
And,
fucking hacks him up. Or Jason.
Yeah.
It's Jason, rather. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
But I watched one when it dropped and all that, and I was like, that's actually there's like a lot of suspense and it's kind of cool. But I don't have the capabilities to plug in. But it seems cool.
It does sound kind of cool in concept. I can see that definitely. I played a little bit of the new Resident Evil in VR,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
and yeah, I pooped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I don't know if I could even.
There were certain spots where, I mean, it is just jump scare city. That's what its
I might have to
core
go
is.
try that one of these.
It's kind of it's functional. It's not as VR as it wasn't designed for VR. I
heard there was one.
Not on PC.
Oh,
For
it's not on
PlayStation
PC? Oh, okay.
exclusive right now. But
I
for what I got was playable.
Yeah.
I got a shipment of edibles. No, I didn't. The same day I bought Battlefield 1.
Okay.
And that's like as far as I can. Like I like some of the multiplayer, like the just those shoot 'em up games. And I nearly had an anxiety attack, and I had to take like more just to like I can't. It's so intense. I couldn't imagine it in VR. And my TV is this big, and I'm 4 feet from it. Like
yeah, VR was.
They can get a game like Battlefield in VR. That's over. It's fucking done.
It's already so intense to me. Like you're obviously like you're knowledgeable about a lot of gaming and all that stuff. But so these are like Battlefield 1. I'm like, I just bought it when it was reduced price, and I'm really bad at it. I'm not like, but I enjoy it, but I just can't go like, I can't jump all the way into it. I have to like, it's just too intense for me. I get a fucking anxiety attack about just being shot by 13-year-olds. And
I was just about to say, do you turn the audio, the chat, like the voice off?
No.
So you listen to the 13-year-olds like calling you every name in the book?
Yeah, I try to tune that out just because, and they're so good at it. So I can't. I'm like, okay, the words you're using are wrong, but you're right to shit on me because
that's fine.
I'm the guy running against the wall and just you know what I mean. Like I wish you wouldn't use those words. That's really
turn that shit off because it just will make everything less depressing.
Yeah, exactly.
The game I'm playing, I had to turn it off, and you only hear people at the beginning. Everyone's kind of corralled, just running around, and you can hear everybody, and it's like it's horrible. And it's so painful. And then if you get close to somebody else, there's proximity stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hear anybody. Like I just want to shoot people.
Well, I want to like respect the guy that's been like killing me like 12 times and all that. I'm like, this is some like he was probably in the Marines. And you turn it on and it's some 12-year-old kid who has really bad vocabulary of hate speech. And it's just
nice. Your lexicon of discontent does not impress me, sir.
Yeah,
there's a big problem with that in Call of Duty. I don't really hear much of it in Battlefield, but Call of Duty is boy. Even I learned stuff in there.
Say what? Say that again. What did you just call me? No, I'm not offended. I really want you to say it again. Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, I think I taught you the term POC last time I was here.
You did.
And maybe you can like, turn that into you see a red beetle, and then all of a sudden you see red beetles everywhere. But maybe you can use it as a teaching lesson. Like a teaching moment when someone uses an awful word, and you're like, "Excuse me, it's actually I'm a dirty, filthy POC. I'm not. Oh, I shouldn't." But yes, those are fun though.
It is fun. It's quite the experience online sometimes.
Yeah, I get frustrated enough just being killed repetitively because in some games, I suck, and I'm okay with it because I'm still having fun. As long as I don't have to wait 5 minutes to play another round, I'm good. Yeah. And I've just now found a couple games where it's very rapid fire, and I'm
you get right back in there.
I'm good. Yeah, so I get.
You ever ask them not to kill you? Like, hey, I'm the guy with the blue number 7.
I've whined before with the just like no.
So if X is a frying pan, what button is like time out? Like, is there like a weapon like that where you just like
just
no
ask.
more pausing?
I'm gonna save space.
Yeah, no, and
that shit gives me anxiety as well. Like
the no pause.
Yeah,
I agree. Like there's games I want to be able to play upstairs, sitting on the couch on my laptop, and if it doesn't have pause. It's very like if I'm up there, I gotta pee, I need a drink, I gotta get something to eat. I can't just be.
Your child falls down the stairs. You're like,
something.
Almost there.
When I'm downstairs and I'm on my main computer, that's I'm locked in.
Yeah.
So I mean, unless I hear something catastrophic, I will bail. If it's nothing, I'm not unhuman to my family.
Well, I get too wrapped up and like depressed about I'm just getting killed or I'm just losing. I just can't figure this out, and then I do this little hack. I turn it off, and I go in my backyard and have a cigarette. And it's like, oh, what am I? Why was I just? I was literally like at the lowest point of my week, and now I'm like, oh no, that's fucking make believe, and I'm okay. I'm relaxed.
Turn it off.
You're good.
Camper.
I do. Yeah,
man. Jesus Christ.
I can't believe I nailed that. I never play video games.
See, yeah, no, you kind of you hit a sore subject.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's like
camping.
that and noob. I think.
See, in the game that I'm playing, camping is surviving.
Was it like a game about
so
the
you have to,
Adirondacks or
you
something?
have to, and there's been numerous times where you just walk into a room and you don't know shit because he ain't moving, and there's just a shotgun in your face, and you're dead.
But a Call of Duty camper is the worst kind of person alive.
Like, is he camping in a strategic area where he's just killing people like endlessly?
Just there's like a room off the side of a hallway. He just lays there. Pop, 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 pop.
Spawn point.
Yeah, well, you should know. You should know. You should be proactive every time coming around that turn. It's your fault for not defending against that, knowing he's there.
That's a very good point.
It's your fault. That's, every time I die in my game, like I just have to go. That's my fault. There's nobody else. Like, there are some glitches in the game. Don't get me wrong, and they are hilarious. But most of the time, it's just me suck.
Well, pretty much all of this encompasses why I stick to sports games.
Sports games.
Because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm about to sweep the Bulls in the playoffs with the Knicks.
Oh, shit.
I had it loaded before that awful trade with Rose and Joakim Noah. So Kristaps and Kyle O'Quinn is about to get MVP of the playoffs. He's 37 points a game. It's amazing, yeah. But it's make believe. So yeah. Yes. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys love sports, but I could.
It's huge.
I can just. Oh,
no.
It's such a goddamn great. It's such a relief.
It's great. They're not going to do shit with James Dolan owning that team because
at least he's smart enough to kick him the fuck out. You know, he can go. He wants to be hands off and just like go play his shitty blues band. But like the fact that Phil isn't going to be there and that we could actually and Kristaps wants to be there now.
Yeah.
Melo wants to be there now, and they don't have that fucking piece. Is that who the litigation was about?
Shit over his head.
Yeah, dude. It's just like he did so many things wrong, and
he's married to that goddamn triangle offense, man.
Yeah,
he won't let it go.
It's like my grandma and N-word.
The triangle offense.
Yeah, it's what won in the '90s, and he thinks that you can.
They have zone defense now, and
yeah,
it just pretty much negates that whole shit he loves so much.
And players run now and do things that are it's been 25 years. It's advanced. Anyways, yeah.
No idea what's going on right now.
Sports people are
Phil Jackson said teams who shoot 3-pointers aren't really playing the game.
But they keep winning.
Yeah. That's funny how the Golden State Warriors. Anyways, that's done with sports
talk.
This
was fun going right from the nerdiest things we could be talking about to the most sportiest thing.
But also in a nerdy way. Like he wants to go with this triangle defense. Like I'm listening, I'm paying attention. Like, but it's like the game has changed. Like with baseball, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like people are, it's evolving. It's getting better. It's getting more competent. So it's changing. Like
Steve Kerr had a great comment about how because all these old, like Charles Barkley, all these old timers.
Coach.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Warriors coach, who they just won their second national championship under him, and that was a word. And all these old timers are being like, they wouldn't have beaten my 76 Rockets. They wouldn't have beat this 85 Pistons and all that. And he's like, yeah, it's crazy how much better the game was back then. When it's evolved and like there's no way even the '94 Knicks could beat
and he was on one of the greatest teams ever in the first
exactly and he's just like no, let the kids play their new way. And yeah, sorry, that was an extended sports talk. We could get back into the news.
What do we got in the book, Joe? What's in the book?
It's just
or talk about sports.
That's how they play the game now. It's like Formula One. We have wings now.
We have smartphones and we play sports better.
Yeah, some old guys are like, we didn't have seat belts. We do now.
Yeah. This is how we're
evolving. It's just smart. Yeah. Not that you were stupid. You were very brave and kind of foolish. You had seat belts? Yeah, but I was a man. And all my friends are dead.
Steel.
Exactly.
What's in the book?
Well, it's kind of hopefully, okay.
Huh?
Cunting.
Cunting?
Yes.
Again.
What's that?
It's, I think, a game people might play. See,
I've never heard of it.
Didn't we talk about
Is this like the knockout game that never existed?
I swear, go back like 5 pages and it'll say cunting again.
I don't care.
I think every page should have it on.
Just checking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like I've noticed this thing with women. that I think is like, I'm like, oh, they're not being nice to each other when they do that. Because I noticed this.
Yeah.
And
It's
it was
called
like,
a cat fight.
you go, girl.
Should probably
Every
go.
time you hear a woman say that to another woman, they walk away. They say, you go, girl. And then they walk away. It's like their way of saying, I don't give a shit about what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, I told that guy to go, you know, whatever, and this and that, you know, or whatever, tennis, I don't know, whatever girls complain about. You go, girl.
So, like, it's a passive aggressive thing, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
So you go, yeah.
Do I get to teach the word negging now to you guys? You know what negging is?
No.
All right.
I want to say yes, but
I'm
no.
hoping that was an E after the N there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm troublesome you brought that up, but yeah. I guess they're okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know either until a female comic brought it up in her act, and then
like
no, that's
Take
probably a
back a
problematic
gift,
word.
right?
But negging is like it's a passive aggressive. It's like, oh my god, you look so much better with short hair. When you're talking about, it's usually from a female to female or male to female,
Yeah.
and it's like giving a compliment, but saying like,
you looked like
You
shit.
you look like shit
before.
before, or like, you know, or I don't know the specific examples, but it was just like, you
It's
know,
a
like,
compliment, uncompliment. In
yeah,
one.
where it's like you're pointing out a flaw, but saying something kind of nice about it, and it's
All right.
like it's in the same line of like
That's pretty shitty.
microaggressions and all that stuff, where it's like, oh, you have a term for that now. It used to be just whatever, but yeah, negging. I was
being negative.
I was convicted of being a nope.
Oh,
Said
I tell you, man, you go, girl.
negative. Yeah, I'm growing. God's working on everybody, and we're growing here. We're
What's going on here?
Yeah, that was
Ignore
subtle.
when this shit goes on. Ignore it, you dumbass.
You made too much noise for it to be ignored.
Pay-
But
pay
be
no attention.
professional. You're gonna find out. God.
Nikki?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
Oh man, can I ask about the ambiance?
Of
I got
course. Sure,
I got
ask
some,
away. What do
I
you
got some
got?
questions about this one.
Yeah,
Not for me, because I didn't notice it the
the
entire
roller
time
coaster?
until I watched it,
It's
But,
great background for the camera shot. Correct.
and it's very analog entertainment, which I'm a fan of, being a baby from the 80s.
Yeah.
You actually had to put it together. You don't. There's no on switch, and you probably had to build it with
Let me
your
tell you, I was
dad.
very happy that was pre-assembled.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a motherfucker.
Fucking millennials.
Millennials. I'm older than you.
I know. But yeah, what is it? So this all came together. It's a Connects.
It
All
is
right.
the Walmart display model.
Now it's all sinking in. I literally didn't look at it the entire time I was here last time, and then a buddy of mine was like, watch the video,
What
and he's
was
just like,
that?
what the fuck is behind it? Like, I don't know, man. He has this like wild like man dungeon of all these cool toys and computers, and you know, he's kind of killing it. But I had no idea, and I couldn't tell from it's
Yeah,
Pretty badass,
it doesn't completely go around right now, but it's been moved, knocked. It's,
so one of these
Beach
guys just
Yeah.
goes around and your childs are entertained by analog things and that.
yeah,
lights.
yeah, he
Yeah. That's excellent. I
he enjoys it thoroughly.
It's so
Yeah.
sad that that's a relic. That
He likes the he likes the
Some-
Transformers more,
see,
but
All right.
he's
Maybe
kind
not.
yeah.
That's good. Those tangible toys. You don't give your kid a screen. Give him a screen like for an
Yeah,
hour
no,
a day. But like,
there's definitely screen time, and it's usually when I want him to shut the fuck
well,
up.
exactly. It can work,
just
but if
happens.
it's
Here's a Tonka. Go get Ticks and Sand Fleas.
Yeah, shut the-
go break your finger, and not tell me about it for 3 weeks, like I did.
when he wakes up Saturday morning at 5 a.m. and walks in my room and taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Daddy,
Yeah.
can I have the iPad, please?"
All
And
right.
I just go, "Take it, leave me alone."
You have to have like safeguards.
Had
or,
you
like,
ever left
how do
your
you-
porn on there?
I was gonna say like,
When
is
you
it if
go-
it's yours,
Yeah,
and then even not even necessarily even porn, but just like the kid could just type it, misspell something, and go into like,
we
a
lock
wild
him
white power freaking group chat, and just be like,
we lock him into YouTube for kids.
okay, there is those things. Yeah.
So it's he knows. But
See, I don't talk to my kids, so I don't know how to do these things. I wouldn't know how to do that. I just
work on that.
I'm not sure if I was
Don't
supposed to
appreciate
laugh at that.
no,
Yeah.
it's not true. You can. I don't have any kids. 0 for 1.
Just
Yeah.
work on it. We'll just start talking
Oh,
to kids
for
in
one.
general.
Yeah.
Find the right kids. And
Do
just start
not
talking.
defund Planned Parenthood. I plan to be 0 for 3 by 2020. Sorry. I can say that. I was almost anyway.
Say whatever you want.
Planned Parenthood.
I'm
saved your
pro
life.
Planned Parenthood. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's a very
The
divisive
Michael
topic,
Jordan of
but
abortion.
yeah,
I don't care.
going for it.
You're pro baby blender.
I do.
Sure.
Whoa!
That's what it comes down to.
That was kind of on the nose.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Maybe pro vacuum or something.
That paints a weird picture, but it was,
Yeah.
I wasn't there for it.
Pro hanger.
No,
I'm
Guys.
Yeah.
we can leave politics, religions out of this. You know, it's just divisive products because we're all entitled to.
We're
our
just
own,
cunting now.
thing.
We're just
there you go. Exactly.
That was the thing. Cunting.
Wait, is there another example besides you go girl? Like
men do it, women do it. Just cunting. Sure. Cunting is as the verb. Just going out and being a dick to people, particular people.
I call it being like mean girlsing, like the burn book thing.
Okay.
Like no names or whatever. I was at Funny Bone with a couple comics who were female.
Oh, I know who they are.
And and there was another girl who had showed up to a couple open mics, and she was a little on the spectrum of something, and she just wasn't just very socially, whatever, and she didn't do a very good job, and just never came back. She's a very odd girl, but in her own way, and it's fine. It's upstate New York. Yeah, she's like from Bern or something like that. She's not going to be with it and hip and whatever. And these girls I was with were like looking up her Facebook and like looking for her and all this, and like just like kind of going out of their way to like kind of like, oh man, she sucks, huh? I was like, you guys are like, and I respect these girls because they're smart, like they're good people, and
I just got jealous and they started cunting.
Yeah, they're just being cunning about like this, like this girl's kind of like some kind of she's just not hip or whatever, and you're just going out of their way to be kind of like. And
that's why I wrote this was it was cunting, hunting, hunter, cunter. Like if you go out cunting, you're a cunter.
So I only have one question about these girls.
If you go out and hassle somebody like that, like, oh, they were funny, but they were really funny. You went out cunting and you were successful.
Yeah,
now you're a cunter.
So I only have one question about these girls.
They're awful. Yeah, and the guys do it too. And guys,
did either one of these girls sue each other?
No.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
Oh no,
just checking.
No, that's the whole point of cunting.
Yeah,
I feel this heavy cloud. I mean, I know this. We're on air, and I probably don't even need to know or know that. But yeah, it sounds like some fun times over. Oh well, I guess I was thinking about a topic I might feel strongly about, or something that I've been talking about with other comics, and it's been brought up about the PC. Well, okay, I will shout out to another podcast, local podcast. I was on a Jerry Diamond podcast recently, and it was a great. Well,
no, I'm kidding. Nobody. I don't think anybody doesn't like.
I know I like him. I was on his podcast, and he brought up the fact he's like, "Are you worried about the PC police?" And I'm an open mic comic, and I'm not making any money from comedy. And I have no qualms with the PC police, because even if they had a qualm with me, like they're punching down so hard, where it's like it's not affecting me, and it's not affecting any of my even comic hero, people, whatever. It's just like, and I think it's a good thing. Obviously, like anything can be taken way too far, and like people want to fire Bill Maher type of thing. Like, relax, but yeah, I don't know at this level. Or even many levels that you have to really worry about it. And if you do, it's a good thing. Like, hey, can we put some of these antiquated phrases or just ideologies in the past and kind of move on? And like,
it's just that these boundaries have already been pushed. Yeah, and people are acting like it's a new boundary that's being pushed.
But it's been pushed. If you can push it in the right way, use the right words. Like you can say, like Louis C.K. says the N-word, and then he says why he loves the N-word and why he gives a beautiful description of why he's okay with it, and no one's like, okay. So he had to put some thought into it. He wasn't just like shock value. Like if it's shock value shit, save it. Stop it. Unless you can back it up. And it's context.
Just spur of the moment.
Oh, that was just like
it wasn't.
I don't think that was level. Sorry, scripted. No, I think he just tried to make a quick joke, and it was just like that's where his head went. And then like obviously I guarantee you, in his head was just like
it was a quick joke that lasted way too long.
Yeah, exactly.
We shouldn't be that sensitive.
No, and he should have like I think. Give it a real apology. So like that was just a knee-jerk thing I did. I'm sorry, that's not how I think, and it's just not whatever.
That's a dangerous precedent.
But it was
just having a conversation and talking to somebody.
Yeah,
like we're doing a show now. One of us could say something, and someone later on could listen to it and be like, "I was offended by that, and I didn't like that." Well, you weren't in the room, and that's not how it is.
Around the context of it,
but I won't mean it. Yes, absolutely.
And again, like I've said fag on stage. Say about half a dozen times or so, and I've only done so in the context of someone calling me that, like me being gay bashed before I knew what it meant, because I've been called faggot while I've been the shit kicked out of me, and they're kicking the shit out of me because they think I'm gay or just whatever. So, and I use it like in those contexts where like someone else is using that word against me. I'm never calling someone. I wouldn't do that in public, and I wouldn't do that on stage. Like he was being a real and even like I don't like saying it now, but I'm saying it in context where I was like, and it's applicable to use that word because I'm talking about that word. I don't want to say the F word or like whatever. That's so gay.
No, grown up.
You know, but no, it was just like in context. If you can make it funny or make it in like whatever, but if someone was at that open mic and someone wanted to write a blog about like the local comedy scene, they let people say all I heard was that and this, and when it was just like no, it's like it's a challenge. Okay, so the PC Police, it's a challenge for people who want to be comics or want to be writers or podcasters or people who are entertainers. It's like, well, then work your way around those words, or if you're going to use those words, make it smart and like eloquent and like it's a challenge instead of being like these PC Police, man. And I don't know what context you guys are going through. It sounds like some really.
Are you finding that these open mics are more PC leaning or more?
Well, yeah, of course, kind of absolutely
allowing.
Absolutely, there is it's actually since I started here about a year and a half ago. There's been I would say the number of female comics has doubled. Minority comics hasn't doubled, but there's been a lot more, and there's more, or at least more of the ideologies are kind of that way. I think we all get along, and I lived in San Francisco for a long time for a reason. I'm very progressive, but not like an asshole about it or whatever. But I do have strong beliefs about like, things like that. And I'm that's like where I want to be, is in this like very progressive, be around like-minded people. But also, I'm also the asshole of that whole group because I'm a dickhead, whatever, because I'm not super sensitive. And you know what I mean? I'm not like, I'm still from the 80s and, whatever. And again, I was still, called every word and beat up about because I wasn't like, a big macho dude. But where did I start with this? But no, yeah, it's been, and it's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like even some of the mean girls and things that are going on, I'm just like, yeah, well, it's still a good thing. But yeah, it's definitely it's pretty progressive, and when they're not, they kind of show their way out. You know what I mean? Like if that shit kind of, because it doesn't land, like when you're doing jokes about like this fat bitch, and it's just like, well, what was the joke? Basically your joke was there was a fat bitch.
Yeah.
Well, why are you saying it? Why are you bringing it up? Like if it's in the context of your joke, saying just like this unhealthy, overweight woman was, or whatever. Not that you can't say fat bitch, but like, when the joke is just like, I saw a fat bitch fall down and that's funny. No, write a fucking joke, man. Say something, whatever. And it's just I don't know. It goes both ways because I'm like, I want to.
That's why I stopped doing comedy, because all I could say was fat bitch.
Well,
I quickly realized it wasn't going over well, so I backed out. I moonwalked out.
You could still do it because I've seen some people say some things and they're still getting booked, and or they're just like, and it's not that I don't care about what you say, it's like the context, and if it's funny enough, it has to be funny. It has to be like quality. Like why would you go to that edge of this kind of edgy or divisive topic that you could lose half the crowd if it's not funny enough to win over that crowd that was like, when you brought up,
because they can tell when people are saying crazy shit like that just for the shock value.
Exactly. And if it's just that,
if it's shock value stinks.
There's the door. You help yourself out. Yeah. I did hear the N-word twice, hard R, from a very old white guy in his set, and nobody brought it up until I went up. The comic after him kind of mentioned something, but I got a nice little joke in there. But nobody brought it up, and the host was not a Caucasian, and it was a really unsettling thing. It was for a comedy competition. Is nobody
going to look at this elephant in the room here?
Yeah,
because nobody.
And just in the broader spectrum, this is a comedy competition. Yeah, wow. And this individual decided that this is the time. This is going to push me to the next round of this comedy competition. Is where I'm going to say this once, and everyone's like, "Oh." Like it was literally like the crowd got punched in the gut. It wasn't like, oh no, it was like, ooh. And then 15 seconds later, there it is again. Like, we did hear that. Holy shit, is this guy okay? And it was weird. You meet a lot of fun people at my level of comedy, of open mics, to where, like I've always said, the best thing about open mics is anyone can sign up, including me. The worst part about open mics is anyone can sign up, including me, or Johnny thinks he's funny on the job site. And yeah.
What was the joke?
Or this fat bitch.
And feel free to sanitize.
It was oh, absolutely. Well, this individual has his last name, his middle name is synonymous with African Americans, I guess. And he's not. So that's crazy. That was the joke. Huh. But he turned that into 5 minutes of rambling and going on. And it was a real weird moment. And I do love this comic the way you love an uncle. I don't want to be in a car with him.
The biggest problem is it's a bad joke.
Well, that was it. It was just like, why would you pepper that into your little, not very well thought out 5 minutes? But yeah, you know what? I actually think he might be listening, and I just want to take this time and say, I love you, buddy, but never do that again, please.
Drop that joke.
Yeah, don't drop.
Talked
the joke.
about it before.
Drop the name, the word. Just drop the word. You don't have to drop that joke. I guess what you're going for was kind of funny, but yeah. But what about sports? Sorry, what? Did I just get on a soapbox?
Sports.
Oh, I love that. Like? That was great. In my head, a Brazilian soccer stadium just collapsed.
Well, that's one thing I do to cap this is one thing I do like about people who are worried about PC is like, I want to say whatever I like. And then when people push back and say, well, I have problems with that, it's like they have I don't know.
Taste matters.
Yeah, exactly. But they're getting mad at libtard cuckflakes for calling them out on their shit. We're like, I can say whatever I like. Well, those cuck fucks or whatever sucking cuck flakes are saying whatever they like, but they're just a little more articulate and have a better point. It's cucks and snowflakes, which I'm sure I've been called on the internet at some point for snowflakes. I'm with, but cucks. But
cucks is what the right calls the left.
Yeah, the Proud Boys, and all the Breitbart guys.
The Proud Boys are fucking insane.
Yeah,
see, I learned a new word.
I used to love Gavin McInnes. That's the saddest part of that whole thing.
Out of his fucking mind.
What the fuck happened, man?
Gavin McInnes.
He used to be the coolest guy in the world.
He started Vice. He was like one of the founders of that.
Co-founder of Vice. He lived this awesome life. He basically, I think he appointed himself this, but he was like kind of like the godfather of hipsters. Like he was a cool guy who was in it, whatever, and a lot of he was kind of a tastemaker with Vice. He ran Vice and was very much a tastemaker throughout the '90s and early 2000s, and then split from that, and then went his own way for a while. Was cool.
Out of Vice.
Yeah. Well, for
being
I'll get kicked out of somewhere for tens of millions of dollars too. Sign me up.
Yeah.
But now he's just kind of going like. He's most anti-Vice, like he's on, he's
on Anthony Cumia's network.
Yeah, he's a correspondent for Fox News. He's doing all this stuff, and that's the thing. He's still a very smart and funny, articulate dude. But what he says, I want to fucking knock him out. But that's they're like professional trolls, and it's just like
he does say some wild shit. He's funny as hell, man.
Yeah, and it's just like, and I know he can argue his points. That's why I don't like involve myself because I'm not articulate. So I don't want to be like.
I couldn't believe he went to Anthony Cumia's network.
Well, I can't believe a lot of things.
He's kind of an assale too, so
it's nuts too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I love his
in a nice way, or
no, in like a nice
compliment every way.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been.
He's successful. The only reason why I can say that.
That's it.
I guess successful.
We are in Trump's America now, so that was the thing. I was here the day after the election.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, it was.
Was that the day after?
That was the day after, and I was just like, I don't know, man, what's going on? But now,
so it's been a long 6 months or so.
I remember you getting some pain from your people out west.
Yeah, it was rough
because of the choice that was made.
Yeah. Well, I think, and I remember it got brought up outside of this, but how you guys were just like, because I got talking about like these friends of mine, these female friends of mine were crying.
Yeah.
Which is like seems like a little irrational, but. They're girls, and two, like they were ready for their first female president. They were about to pop champagne, and it was just like, oh, wrong. Not only just not a female president, but like
were these lesbians though?
No, but you know they party. You know,
Answer.
they don't say no to a good time. You know,
San Francisco. I get it.
Exactly.
Just making sure.
That's why.
But I remember you having some gay friends out there that were
yeah.
under
That's
much distress.
Unavoidable. If you want to
Yeah.
move to San Francisco and be like, I'm hetero and I only want hetero friends.
Yeah,
You're just gonna live in the water.
No, North Beach. You can live in North Beach with all the yacht bros, and my dad's a lawyer.
Oh,
bros.
they have an area.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess it's like I suppose
yeah.
like Cape Cod, they have Provincetown, and
Yeah.
like the
Bros
rest of the
sounds
fucking
North
standard
Beach is
short-wearing
where
guys.
I mean it's really touristy, but it's like a lot of my dad's. You can't punch me. My dad's a judge, bros, and then but they're very like, and then but it's also a beautiful neighborhood because it's a lot of old artists and all that. It's where Kerouac lived and all that.
I like
stuff
how
like
he ends
that.
it on a positive note.
Yeah.
There's all these
There's
bros
always
there.
good
You
stuff.
can't punch me because my dad's a judge, but the gardening is wonderful.
No, it's really it's scenic, you know, Coit Tower. But anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Have I been talking in circles for 30 minutes? All right, yeah.
No.
I just hearing.
You're good.
We'll have a call back at some point. It'll
Yeah,
be fine.
exactly.
It'll be a real circle for a point.
A circle jerk. Hey-o.
So I was gonna ask, have you talked to your friends out west? Are they still as upset as they were that Trump is president?
Well, no. Well, what's happened is they're like motivated and charged. It's awesome. Yeah. Now they're like, well, as I plan to vote for local stuff and during like I kind of said on stage as a one-off, but I was just like, I've been following politics now that I have to. Because I just for years I was just like, oh yeah, it'll take care of itself. I don't have to really get involved or like be.
Things are fine.
Yeah, exactly. Because it kind of was, it wasn't. But now
Now everyone is stepping up their game.
Yeah, and kind of some extreme ways, but also just more in just like a coalescing of like, okay, we have to be like organized. We have to be like do some really, the real boots to the ground type of activism, and not just looting or just showing up with clever signs. Clever signs don't do anything. We're actually going to start running for offices and do things and be active and all that stuff. And that's great. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like charge the
Hashtags don't do shit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we can here. Like as much as like West Coast is in a bubble, like the capital, the nice.
Oh yeah,
the suburbs and these whatever, we're in a bubble too. Where it's like, yeah, birds are chirping outside. It's all good,
Yeah.
But
Even ones that don't belong here.
yeah, like our wild exotic
they have-
African neighbor pet.
Yeah, he's like squawk. That means like why?
Yeah,
To a caged beautiful bird. I'm
used to-
supposed to be in the Congo, like fucking chilling on a cliff with my bros.
Yeah.
In the North region, because the rest of those parrots are gay.
Do you think that exotic bird was actually got to live the life in the Amazon, or was it like bred in captivity?
Wow, that's
I think
interesting.
bred in
'Cause it's like
captivity is
born,
like all
like,
you
it's
know.
born going, I don't belong here.
Yeah,
Like a trans parrot.
and then it comes here, and then it used to it used to smell the
Wow.
the Congo and all
Must
the
have gone,
rainforest
wow.
air, and now they're like whatever your neighbor's cigarettes
What about 'em?
brand is, and you know what I mean, and like. There wasn't so farty and full of cigarettes.
that was a
Now
wow
it's just
joke.
I used to be the rainforest.
Like cars. And,
Yeah, dude.
all this stimulus we must go through. Like cell phones and people arguing.
You guys are worried about nothing. Yeah.
Oh Jesus
snap.
Christ!
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Is it her?
Am I supposed to start rapping?
It's someone other than her.
Uh-oh.
It's her.
Is it him?
Are we getting Skyped?
No.
Is it him?
Who have I offended?
Hello.
Oh, it's Bridget.
Hello.
Are you there?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes. Can you see me?
No, I can't see you.
No, we can hear you though. We can't see you.
Wow, it sounds so weird.
She's at work in
Well,
the
then
closet of
God.
secrets.
Are you on
It's a
a Are you on a
lady.
speakerphone or something?
No.
No. Okay.
Have I done something weird?
Oh, there you
Nope.
go.
No.
Can you hear me now?
Nope. That was on our end. It sounded funny as all. You're good.
I want to sound funny.
Now you sound better, but we still can't see you.
She's in the closet
So, Bridget, what do you think?
at work. She's in the closet at work. This is
Bridget's a West Coaster like yourself.
Oh, yeah?
I'm wearing my strap.
NorCal or SoCal, bro?
I don't know.
Yeah. But honestly, Bridget, we need to know this.
Joe?
As far as
You
SNL
need to see
films,
me?
No, we
I
can't
don't.
see you, and it's really hard to hear you.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
I think she's saying bye.
I think that was enough.
Was that a buy or a hi?
Okay, I don't know.
Bye.
I don't know either.
Well, I'll ask you guys what I was going to ask our lovely call-in.
Sure.
Is Ladies besides Wayne's World? Was Ladies Man not the best SNL movie to come out of that?
There you are.
Can you see me?
Now we
Ladies
can
Man.
see you.
Hi.
The ladies, man.
It was Will Ferrell's. Like, you didn't know he was that good. Oh my god! Watch it again. It holds up.
How do I look?
I still can't see you. Maybe 3D, Ken?
Yeah, I'm getting it up on the TV.
If I lean over, I can see you. You look great.
I'm naked.
Is she really?
You have a sweater on.
Yeah.
Give me a moment and I'll
Why
have
is
it up on.
this not working?
What do you mean? How now our video's not
Does it
working?
need to warm up? Do you need to jiggle the handle?
You have to
no,
fluff it.
I knocked the camera down. Jefferson, find the
You
camera
have
and
to
set it up.
Oh, there we go.
The camera fell down. What's
The
the
camera
thing?
fell
What's the
down.
cart that you're brought to the guillotine into again? Bridget,
Yes.
the cart that you ride on the way to the guillotine. What's it called? I forget.
A tumbrel.
A tumbrel.
Oh, I was wondering what that thing was.
A tumbrel.
Why do
So
they
if
call
you
it
ever
that?
go to the guillotine,
Is that like a bar?
Yes, the Guillotine Bar and Grill. It's my favorite spot.
Fish Taco Wednesdays,
Yeah.
man. You can't beat it.
I haven't had some fish tacos in a while.
Whoa.
Right, now we
now
got,
can you hear me and see me and everything?
yes.
Oh, we got you.
I feel like I'm in a real
Bye.
weird. There we
I
go.
would have worn something else. I would have worn my shroud. If I'd known you were going to see me.
From Corinne?
That was nice
So
seeing you.
I got in a fight with my friend today. Do you want to
Nice.
hear why?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Well, she asked me if I thought she looked old, and I told her neck looked like an uncircumcised penis.
You negged. We were talking about that earlier.
And she thought it was a little mean-spirited, but she also doesn't date European men, so she wouldn't even know what that looks like. So
You roasted her.
I toasted her. I did. That was mean.
Roasted.
Your neck looks
Um,
like a scared turtle.
So you had a full day of cunting?
My neck. Well, I guess we came around the subject naturally, talking about guillotines and necks, right?
Did we?
Yes.
So
Speak
it was
are
a
now.
good segue. I thought it was a good segue.
Can you see
but
us?
then you stopped.
I can see one person. Who is that? Just took a chug of something.
That's probably the
Who's that?
guest.
That's our
me,
guest.
Tommy.
That is
Who's that?
Tommy
Who's that?
Mcguire.
Tommy Mcguire.
Jefferson, Tommy, and half of Jefferson.
Hi. Hello. Hi from California. Where's Joe? I can't see Joe.
NorCal or SoCal?
Hi, Joe. I'm in San Francisco. I'm
Oh,
at a very
snap.
fancy private equity firm
Oh,
where I've
gross.
worked for 23 years.
No one would
And-
ever say, I work at a white, trashy investment firm. Of course it's...
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Cornholio and Company.
So were you calling in to defend the North Beach that I was just trashing?
Calling in to do what?
To defend the North Beach that I was just trashing earlier because it's full of bros?
Oh yeah, North Beach is a hell
Yep.
hole
See?
unless you're a stripper.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where all the strip
Which-
clubs are.
You know.
Well,
Really?
Gold Club on Fridays, free lunch buffet.
Oh.
She knows.
Titties and tater
no,
tots.
that place is closed.
Gold Club closed on Mission?
It's I think so. Yeah.
It's not in North
Yeah,
Beach. I kind of this
How long
is
since you've
Soma.
been here?
A year and a half.
Oh well, it hasn't changed that much in a year and a half, but
Yeah. Well,
it's getting more and more
Straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parts of it are getting fancier and fancier, and other parts of it are turning into like Calcutta. It looks like a third world country.
So what you're
I don't know.
saying is more affordable.
no.
Affordable?
If it was, I
never.
wouldn't be here right now. I would still be living in San Francisco if it was affordable.
Touche.
It's not affordable.
No.
It's not.
So have you,
That's why there's so many. Yeah, you could strip. You need to make rent money.
yeah, but I have to strip in the Castro, and they couldn't
You could
afford
strip
me.
in the Castro. You could probably make a couple coins.
I mean,
I think she
Yeah,
likes
but-
you.
I don't like to charge for it. You know what I mean? Like Did you ever
Yeah,
you ever
well,
drink? You ever drink at Pops, 24th in York?
No, no.
You ever party in the Mission? What about Parkside?
I like to drink in the park by myself.
Dolores?
Oh, it's classic.
Are you one of those Dolores punks that leave their champagne bottles back for all the
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, I live in Oakland. I don't drink
It's
until
weird because you said San Francisco.
They you have to show your ID to get into some places, and instead of you're not old enough, if you're too old, they won't let you in.
Oh, well,
wow.
Not at Pops.
That's harsh.
Not at the bars
It's
I
really
was bouncing at. I was relieved when the ID didn't say 1990 something. It was fucking great. Did you know it was 1996 now? I mean, okay, I'm asking if you can do math, but like.
Oh, for 21 and over. Oh
1996. How scary is that?
No shit.
There was a 90s night pub crawl in Albany about I don't know a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds annoying. And Lark Street was full of. I was like, these are all underage kids. No, they're 22, and they're like partying about the 90s. Like they're
and they
dressed
all own
up.
houses. They own houses.
Well, in San Francisco, yes, they live at their parents' house here or dorms. But then I was like, that's when I realized I'm too old to go to the bar.
Yeah.
Like, I go to these bars that are like populated by this, and I'm just like we were talking earlier.
It
Just
sucks when that hits you, right?
I'm
You're
not
like,
mad at them for being 22 and dressing in neon and Saved by the Bell stuff. I'm just like, oh, you're having fun.
I don't believe.
I'm looking at you like you're an asshole, but like, oh, you're just having fun, but you're
Well, when I was in Europe last year, I saw old people in Vienna, like a bunch of old people just hanging out.
I love
I
this.
thought, oh my God, what are old people doing out in the street? How can they? I mean, you just don't see them in California. You don't see old people at all. I don't know where they go, but they, after
'cause
50,
we got 'em all.
you're not out on the street in San Francisco. If you
They're all
see
in
gray
Florida.
hair, I think there's a hotline you can call. If you
Well,
see an
that
old
vegan
person in
lifestyle,
San
they
Francisco.
don't look old. They could be like 70, but they look like they're 42.
Exactly, but they've got the little glue-on goatee and
Well, that's like
and the baggy pants.
Well, this has been Bay Area chat. And,
So there's no country people in San Francisco.
no
There's not like
No.
I heat with wood.
20 minutes north. Yeah,
20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
It's just like New York. Like
Yeah,
like
it's
Sacramento,
directly.
there's a bunch of Hicks, and there's a
You drive
bunch of
20 minutes away from Albany, you were in Podunk, the fucking nowhere.
exactly. That's
yeah.
just like Northern
I
California, man.
love
There's
podunk.
Yeah, it's
No, and
it
it's so
sounds
good when you
it
go to the
sounds
county
delicious,
fair.
doesn't it? Like
Do you have
Podunk
county
is-
fairs there?
absolutely we
It's
have
like-
county fairs.
get a bowl of podunk.
They're coming up soon.
And everybody, it's like a
like
different
porridge and
country.
oatmeal.
It should,
Some
it's
shrimp.
when you live in the city, you go, oh my God, this is the people who are mostly who are voting.
Oh yeah. Well, I stay in my
Screwing sheep.
I stay in my super bubble.
And
I stayed in my super bubble in the Mission, and now I stay in my super bubble of Center Square. And then I drive 15 minutes outside. I'm just like, oh, racists are loud and proud. A lot of Trump signs, and
Yeah.
oh boy, and it's fine, and it's American. I love them, but Jesus Christ. So I like my bubbles, man. It's okay.
Yeah, bubbles are nice.
yeah, I like it.
I'm a
Too, but
snowflake.
I went to India last year, and all of the Indians wanted to ask me about country people in America. They're obsessed with like hee-haw.
Yeah.
And they're the
Isn't that
largest.
bizarre?
And India is also the largest exporter of beef in the world.
Yeah, because
I know.
They've stockpiled
I know. It's really
they
bizarre.
don't need them.
That's right.
Like we worship them, but
They're
We'll
people
see
that
'em.
steal sacred cows,
Oh yeah.
and they send them to slaughterhouses.
Oh, that's not fun.
here since we
I
That's
thought it
not
was like
good.
they're stealing them like the Hangover movie or something. Like they're gonna ride them for a little bit and then return.
Well, that's
them.
like stealing Barney the dinosaur from, I mean,
But there's a
so
person in there.
mean. It's very mean.
Well, yeah, that also wasn't a
Mean-spirited.
documentary. You know that, right?
What's that?
Barney wasn't a documentary. You know that was a suit. Anyway,
It was a
He's not real?
no, this isn't how I wanted you to find out. But yeah,
Oh my God.
lamb chop was.
I feel
Don't worry, you can just hold your praise lamb chop. Speaking of country from other countries, do you think ISIS and the Klan would get along if they just realized they're both hillbillies with guns?
Yes.
Well, they both
Like-
sound like heavy metal bands, though, don't they? ISIS and the Klan.
ISIS is a heavy metal band.
together.
ISIS was a Christian
Monster truck
heavy metal
drive.
band, and they were
Monster
We should
truck.
make
okay
it.
for being Christian.
They changed their name, obviously.
I don't think they were around anymore. This is the 90s, but yeah, ISIS was a a very, very heavy Christian metal band that was like, you know, better
they
than Christian
were?
rock. Oh yeah, look
They
it up.
probably would get along.
They probably still have a
They have
MySpace.
something in common. They like to oppress women, except ISIS might be too dark skinned for the Klan to really embrace.
But they just need to share barbecue recipes.
And there's
man.
also this. There's also
they
this.
shared love of women hate.
Like,
Well, yeah, they all
don't-
hate the wrong things.
Yeah,
and
they
they
don't- they
all
don't-
like guns, and they're
When
all
things aren't
well, here's the
moving
thing. My beef with
along.
Well, it
ISIS.
just helps to have a common enemy. You know, it's easier to unite people through what they all hate.
true.
You know,
I just don't like that they
I
don't let
think
women
it's a good
drive.
idea.
They should let women drive because like we don't let women drive. Well, you're not doing really good with it.
Motion camera?
Like it's like they keep hitting people. It's like
I like being oppressed. I like being oppressed.
Are you on FetLife?
On what?
Nothing.
you don't like being.
You know, just like hair pulling and stuff.
Oh, you like
So you-
kinky.
so
not
you are on
oppressed. That's
FetLife.
kinky. That's different.
Like,
Only for pretend, though. We only pretend.
we all have safe words.
Huh?
Safe word. Okay, what's the safe? My safe word is, please don't. That's my safe.
I know. I have a really stupid one too. I'm telling mom.
I'm stealing that. I'm telling mom.
I like him. If I ever go out with a man who's much younger, I always like to roll over in the morning and say, "Your father and I are so proud of you," just to freak him out.
Wait, that was you? I couldn't tell with the mask off.
Right. Exactly.
All right, Bridget, we're coming to the end of the show. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Ta-ta. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Minky.
Minky.
Bye.
Minky?
She definitely has a FetLife profile.
Now, what is that? A what life?
Yeah.
FetLife.
Life? What's
So many words. I have no idea what's coming out of your mouth.
bringing FetLife. It's like Facebook for the BDSM community.
We've learned something every time he's come
Oh,
in.
Yeah.
safe word people. Like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, got you.
and
Bondage.
there's from the extreme to just like the I'm like cool with fun sex.
You know, I'm cool with a little.
This time it was a soccer stadium in Argentina.
Nice.
My baby.
I keep thinking I'm supposed to start rapping. I
See,
was
everybody
about
knows.
to
what
grab the
Yeah.
mic, but I know that would take too much knocking noise here.
Yeah,
That's a technical term, sorry.
It pains me to know that is like a common sound in rap these days.
Why does that pain?
Not so much
Because it's
anymore.
so fucking stupid.
I'll bring
another
you to a reggaeton concert, and you will that stupid will melt away with the right amount of Chiba and the
Yeah.
beautiful black women
It just
dancing
types
and
you up.
vibrating, and you're just gonna get lost in it, man. Absolutely. Well, no, that's not reggaeton.
Anyway,
That's EDM, bro.
that's all I got. That's all I got.
That's
Yeah,
all we
should-
all got.
Creepy.
So, you got a new open mic coming out. What? So
Yeah,
we sidetracked very far. We've got like
Yes.
a minute and a half left.
No, we're good. The state of the Albany comedy scene is as strong as ever, and why not pump a little bit more juice into it? There was plans for very soon to have this new open mic and all that, but then the rug got pulled out under me, and the venue that I had planned on just kind of put their dick in my butt, and we're like, nah, take it. So I don't. No, that was a bad analogy, but no.
No,
so
that
it's
was
not
a
going to.
perfect analogy. I've had the same thing happen. to
Yeah,
me.
So
yeah,
you've
and
been
it's
there.
usually a chick with a strap on.
Yeah, not too deep. Just
No, just one knuckle. I'm
yeah,
violated.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's there.
It isn't like you gotta go.
I've seen you on FetLife.
You know.
No, I am planning it. It's not a co-op, but it's going to be kind of a group think about how to make a very successful open mic and showcase. That's not just there's very slim pickings for open mics, at least within Albany.
Yeah.
If you want to
Yeah.
drive 40 minutes every week or all over the place, you can hit a bunch of different mics. But I want to keep it within actually Albany, and there's a lot of people. We all need more stage time, and that's what I want to try to help provide. But through not just me. It's not like a Tommy Mcguire presents type of thing. It's just more like the community that we have already. We want to all create more stage time and have. It's more fun than just an open mic. The open mics that exist are fun, but they're open mics and very cut and dry. I have a couple wild ideas up my ass to make it more fun for the audience that's not comics, and also the comics to do so. So it's going to be every other week. I was supposed to start next month, but now I'm going to need some time to do it. But so probably in the next 2 months, hopefully, to where the first week of the first week of the month, we're gonna have an open mic, and then we're gonna have a showcase for the third week, and just to have it rotating and make it a little bit special, and have just like fun and games, and maybe a little. I don't want to throw roast battling in there, but it's just like have different ideas to where it's not
so
just
sick
like
of that shit.
It can be. In exactly, but just like a little bit different because but the audience kind of loves it. It is kind of a weird, and it's kind of gotten passe. But yeah, I am.
That happens with
my
comedy.
announcement is I've been
idea
thinking about some stuff, man. I had some concrete stuff, plans to really have an announcement and be like, yeah, we're gonna do this on the 7th, but nope. And to no fault of my own, or I'm not gonna drag or name the venue responsible or whatever because I get it. But
Mo Haskins.
Yes. No, God bless Mo, man. He that name rings out like Omar. He really he did a lot for the scene and before my time,
Omar
and
coming.
I can't even imagine. But no, it's just yeah, I want more stage time. It's definitely self-obsessed, but I want to just make this scene more fun because when I started and where I started, now it was a big city and a big market. But there was these open mics that were like parties, and it was just really fun. And it was just like it's kind of loose, but there was just like prizes and shaba and
poor Columbia.
I just want to produce a show that is more than just a cut and dry open mic, and have more opportunities for all the local comics. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. And yeah, keep your eyes out for Tales of the Lark Side. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be all right.
It's gotta
We got some kinks to work out. And
oh man, it totally
like
fucking sucked. What do you do next week? Go back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gotta be awesome.
but I'm looking maybe possibly even in Troy, but I want to keep it.
It's the weird thing about having fun with some people like open mics. You got to give them permission sometimes. Like people come in, they'll be uptight. You got to be like, "You're here now. We're all adults."
Yeah.
Like I can see your arms are crossed. You're sitting there with your arms crossed. Like before a show even starts, you go up and you're like talking. Like you can relax.
And also you can
living
also
room.
leave.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I never offer that. I like you can relax. This is your living room.
Yeah.
It's
well, that's
okay.
the thing is when
you
I
just
started,
can't change the channel. Go fuck yourself if you try that.
Yeah. When I started, it was very just fun atmosphere and all that, and it was like a big party, and it wasn't like too serious, and it was just everyone's getting fucked up, man. There was a lot of edibles going around, a lot of just whatever, and I want to kind of bring a little bit of that spice and throw it.
Yeah,
into
if you bring
the
edibles
pot.
to an open mic, you're like edibles for everybody. That place is gonna be packed.
Yeah, you should see our shout out Pamtastics Mutiny Radio SF. Go look that up. Pamtastics Funhouse is she gives out edibles to any comic who signs up or any audience member that comes through, and it is very potent.
Where is this?
San Francisco, 21st and Kansas. So anyone out there listening, go check out Pam Benjamin Mutiny Radio. That is a wonderful place to not get charged to get into the door, and you'll be.
And you get an edible for signing up.
Yes, yeah. You can get 5 minutes. It's a good time.
5 minutes in an edible.
Well, I applaud you for trying to
Yeah,
to get some more.
try to be the change I want to see.
Yeah.
It's
I love it.
It's difficult. It's painful. It's a pain in the ass.
well, yeah. But the thing is, I'm
But
sick
once
of complaining.
it works, once you find the spots, you
Yeah,
find you
exactly.
chase the gremlin out of the plan.
Yeah.
You chase the gremlin out, man. It's nice. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, it'll get there. It just needs
Yeah, you're
a
birthing.
little more. Yep.
You need more time to gestate.
Exactly.
You beautiful egg that you planted your seed in.
Told you only once, man. 0 for 1.
Comedy Planned Parenthood.
Jesus.
Crush the mic. That's two.
I want to write that down, but I don't know if I. Like, yeah, no, there's something there. Oh, whatever's there, it might turn out to be me.
Well, it's good to
Are we-
see
are
you
we
are
there?
maturing. Yeah, we are.
Just
we
like
are at
last
the
time,
end.
I was just like, oh, we're probably like 20 minutes in. I've only been
Yeah.
talking for like 5 minutes and all that.
Goes
An
by
hour.
fast, goes
We're over
so
by
fast.
7.
Yeah,
We're
especially
over
yeah,
by
we're
7.
when I talk. Yeah,
But it's
Yeah,
good to see
hour,
you
man.
are you are
Thanks, sir.
maturing.
yeah, got
You
a
are-
full-time job building houses.
Yeah, it's and you're doing hard labor.
Yeah.
It's not
Got a fucking
building-
tan.
Yeah, it's you and Joe. Who's got the darker tan?
Oh, come on, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He's got the full arm. You got the farmer's tan.
Your hair doesn't count. See,
Viva la Cuba.
I get to work shirtless. It's just me on top.
Oh, I wish I could do that. Yeah, I try to keep up with it on the weekends. I mean, I'm not baby powder.
I think
white.
this is the show. There you go. There's the good old.
Yeah, you're both darker than
reptilian.
Jefferson.
Yeah,
Mexican.
And bueno.
Whitest Mexican you ever seen.
Well, no, you're not
so white. We thought he was Italian for 20 years.
You're an indoor Mexican.
He's so white. His Indian name is Baby Powder.
Jefferson, what shows you got coming up?
I have a show at the Red Nail coming up. I don't know when that is. I'll get back to you on that. But
all right,
no shit.
No.
Don't fucking say that, dude. Don't you fucking put your dick out on the table.
That's just what he calls the dildo that you made and posted.
No, that was his basement comedy club.
The name of the comedy.
Oh, that's
the Red Nail. That's why I got the little poster, the Red Nail. Plus, I got a white hot one that everybody seems to think looks like a dildo.
It does kind of.
And if you want to, I'll make the nail red hot. If you want to use it as a dildo, nice knowing you.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't even want to think about it. Joe, what do you got coming up? Stop it!
August 2nd. We'll see. I'm going to go to court. I'm going to go to Schenectady County Court August 2nd. And by the way, if you're going to go there, don't drink out of the water fountain. They haven't flushed the lines in a while.
Ooh.
So rusty fountain.
Well, if I were to show up and bring signs, what should I say?
I just think
3D.
Or just bring a picture of Jefferson, like printed out on a piece of paper on a popsicle stick.
The ones he sent me, or the ones from his actual Facebook profile?
Oh, he's just his head.
Either.
Oh, the one on the shoulders.
Oh, yep, got it. All right. See, that was almost a problem.
Almost crossing street.
Fixing shit as we
Not
go.
the Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah.
The tummy tickler.
Oh.
Do you want to know when I'm booked? You want to know how full my schedule is?
Yeah, let's hear this, man. Lay it on me.
Friday, October 13th.
I love it.
Yeah. Things are going good in my comedy career. I've got 4 months to plan this show. Friday, October 13th with Chris Mohan. You know this guy?
Yeah. He's wicked funny, Chris Mohan.
Yeah.
Totally, Chris.
Yeah, he's been touring around all year. He's got his own podcast. I don't know the name of it, but it's gonna be at Paula's Hotel. It's gonna be me, John Tanais, Chris Mohan, and another comic whose name is escaping me now because it's from 4 months away. But after that, just look for anything that says Tales from the Lark Side and show up on that date, because that will be my show.
Cool.
Or come out to Lark Tavern on Monday nights and you'll see some great open mic comedy and some really very open mic comedy. Yeah, right? It has a ring to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, support local comedy, please.
That's what we do
Absolutely.
here. That's what we do right here at Pipedream.
Even in the face of
thanks again for joining us. Great seeing you.
Litigious danger will not stop us from our mission.
Make sure to check out Dave Cannon's podcast. Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. The fastest ad. I can talk on earth. I can speak on earth.
Sure.
Dumbing It Down with Dave at yahoo.com. Email him.
He does a lot of texting and driving and opinionating.
No, he doesn't. Just hitting a record
button.
Make sure to check out upstategunsandammo.com for all your guns and ammo needs. And Joe's silver stuff.
Yeah, I made silver bullets.
He's got bullets there. We'll see you next week right here on Pipedream with the Comedypipe Radio Network.
Thanks for having me, guys. I did that last. And then they'll get in and we'll. Yeah, but I just talk over everyone. Oh, yeah, it's 9/11. That's right. I got a guy really upset when I moved to college. We used to play ping pong in our basement in B Block on Bradford. And anytime the score was 9/11, you had to stop the game and shake hands.